Haunted Abode. Jenny and Dave, with hearts filled with anticipation, drove through winding country roads until they reached their charming vacation house in Sunny Vale. The ivy-covered walls seemed to embrace them as they stepped out of their car, promising serenity amidst the rolling hills and lush greenery that surrounded the property. They exchanged excited glances, their eagerness palpable as they approached the quaint exterior, hand in hand. They drove through the winding roads to this quaint house, fueled by visions of country clubs, exhilarating skiing adventures, and thrilling water rafting expeditions nestled amidst the picturesque scenery. They eagerly anticipated capturing every moment with their cameras, eager to bring back new experiences and cherished memories to share with their friends back home. Once inside, the couple was greeted not only by the scent of aged wood and memories long past, but also by a tableau of intriguing artifacts that seemed to whisper tales of bygone eras. An old painting hung on the wall, depicting a stern-faced man who appeared to have lived in the 18th century, his gaze piercing through the ages. In the corner of the room, atop a desk crafted from rich acacia wood, sat a gilded vase, its golden gleam a stark contrast to the muted hues of the surroundings. The sitting room had a fireplace, and Jenny decided to light a fire. They drew close to it as cast a warm glow over the room, its flames dancing in harmony with the delicate lace curtains that swayed gently in the breeze. Beyond the window, a lush garden unfolded, adorned with vibrant blooms and fragrant orchards, inviting the couple to explore its verdant pathways. As dusk descended upon Sunny Vale, a quaint town with few inhabitants, the tranquility of the countryside gave way to an eerie stillness. The rustling of leaves outside seemed to echo through the walls of the house, accompanied by mysterious whispers that danced on the chilly night breeze. Jenny and Dave exchanged nervous glances as they prepared for their first night in their new abode, the warmth of the fire offering little solace against the encroaching darkness. The night was unusually cold and dark, the full moon casting an ethereal glow over the landscape. Suddenly, without warning, a blackout enveloped the area, plunging the house into darkness. This unexpected event sent a shiver down their spines, stirring a sense of unease within them. As the darkness enveloped the quaint town of Sunny Vale, Jenny and Dave found themselves momentarily unnerved by the sudden blackout. However, their anxiety melted away as quickly as it had come when, after 5 tense minutes, the power surged back to life, flooding the house with light once more. Relieved, they shared a nervous laugh, joking about their overactive imaginations in the face of a simple power outage. As they settled into bed, the excitement of their new surroundings bubbled to the surface, and they eagerly discussed their plans for exploring Sunny Vale. Eventually, exhaustion crept upon them, their minds and bodies weary from the whirlwind of emotions and experiences that had filled their first day in the remarkable house. With heavy eyelids and contented hearts, they drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the adventures that awaited them in the enchanting town of Sunny Vale. In the soft light of the morning, Jenny and Dave sat down to a simple breakfast, the promise of a day filled with adventures ahead of them. Jenny casually placed her handbag on the table, the weight of anticipation heavy in her heart as they prepared to set off for the country club. With Jenny taking the wheel, they were ready to embark on their day's escapades, the car keys safely tucked away in her handbag. However, as Dave rose from the table to make their way to the car, panic ensued when Jenny reached for her bag and found it missing. Frantically, they searched every corner of the kitchen, the bag nowhere to be found. They scoured the car and combed through the garden outside, their desperation mounting with each passing moment. In a last-ditch effort, Jenny dashed upstairs, her heart pounding in her chest, only to have her worst fears realized as a step gave way beneath her, sending her crashing to the ground with a cry of pain. Dave, hearing her distress, rushed to her side, his worry etched on his face as he helped her to her feet. With the car keys still missing and Jenny injured, their plans for the day shattered, it seemed as though the once charming vacation house was harboring a darker, more sinister presence, casting a shadow over their idyllic retreat. Determined to uncover the truth behind the strange happenings, Jenny ventured into the attic in search of answers. Amongst the dust-covered relics of a bygone era, she discovered a weathered journal belonging to Sarah, the house's original owner. As she pored over its pages, she was drawn into a tale of love and loss, betrayal and despair, woven into the very fabric of the house itself. Armed with the knowledge of Sarah's tragic fate, Jenny and Dave found themselves increasingly entangled in the ghostly apparitions that haunted the house. They would catch fleeting glimpses of a spectral figure out of the corner of their eyes, her ethereal form flickering in and out of existence like a flame dancing on the wind. And though they tried to communicate with her, their words seemed to fall on deaf ears, lost in the void between the living and the dead. Undeterred by the ghostly presence that loomed over them, Jenny and Dave embarked on a quest to confront the spirit of Sarah once and for all. Armed with candles and incense, they ventured into the heart of the house, guided by the flickering light of their resolve. With trembling hands, they reached out to the ghostly apparition, their voices trembling as they spoke words of compassion and understanding. As they stood face to face with the ghost of Sarah, her form flickering like a candle in the wind, they felt a wave of empathy wash over them. Through whispered confessions and silent tears, Sarah revealed the truth behind her untimely demise, her spirit bound to the house by the chains of unresolved sorrow. And though her presence was a haunting reminder of the past, Jenny and Dave vowed to help her find peace, whatever the cost. With the help of a local medium, Jenny and Dave performed a ritual of cleansing and redemption, their voices rising in harmony with the ancient incantations that filled the air. As the words of the ritual washed over them like a benediction, they felt a sense of release, as if the weight of the past had been lifted from their shoulders. And as the last echoes of the incantation faded into the night, they watched in awe as Sarah's spirit finally found solace, her ethereal form dissipating into the darkness like a whisper on the wind. As Sarah disappeared, she left Jenny her handbag she was looking for. Somehow Jenny knew there was a deeper purpose for the mystical disappearance of her handbag. As dawn broke over Sunny Vale, Jenny and Dave emerged from the house, their hearts lightened by the knowledge that they had helped a soul find peace. The sun bathed the countryside in a golden glow, casting long shadows across the rolling hills that surrounded them. And as they looked out over the landscape, they knew that their journey was far from over, but that they would face whatever challenges lay ahead together, bound by a love that was stronger than the bonds of life and death. In the end, the haunted house in Sunny Vale had been more than just a retreat from the hustle and bustle of the city. It had been a crucible of trials and tribulations, a test of courage and compassion, a journey into the depths of the human soul. And though Jenny and Dave had faced fear and uncertainty at every turn, they emerged from the darkness stronger and more united than ever before, ready to embrace whatever the future held in store for them, knowing that they had faced their fears and triumphed in the end.